Okay, what's going on, everybody? My name is Mangg. Welcome back for some more Dominion 6. We're not stopping until we have played every nation and modded nation available in this game. And we're making pretty good progress on that front. Last time we did another one from Firepower. That was LA Manica. Pretty similar to LA Soberus. And for that reason, we've also knocked out Ulmreich and Anglia. But, you know, it's fun. I wish they were a bit more varied, but, fun overpowered nations for sure. But let's move on to almost certainly something not as overpowered. 340 is Devanagara. Perhaps I spoke too soon. This is another one from the Lenin Project that we have not done yet. So we're just going to disable firepower. And we are going to enable MA Lenin 2.0. As for a map, I don't know, man. Let's do Lost Capital, I guess. Mangg's LP's 241. Nope. 242. And Devanagara Empire Reborn. In a land filled with dangerous spirits and beasts like Mugenri, it is a wonder how the magnificent capital city of Devanagara came to be. Populated with tens of millions of civilians and armed with both ancient magic and advanced technologies, Devanagara stands tall as a grand city-state that could rival entire nations. The city itself was once ruled by a long-lived imperial dynasty, but in recent history the old dynasty was wiped out in a military coup d'etat, and a new emperor, a heavenly emperor, took the throne, and along with it, the might of Devanagara. With the coming of the War for Ascension, perhaps it is time for the Heavenly Emperor to prove her divine authority by unleashing the armies of Devanagara and seizing the vacant thrones of the Pantocrator herself. So it's an Empress, I suppose. We have mostly humans, but with some yokai. Well-trained military, but expensive infantry. Most troops excel in ranged combat and are also decent in melee. Oh boy. Has access to specialized summonable troops, some cavalry, specialized sacreds. It's a lot of units. We get strong earth, blood, air, and astral magic, some water, nature, and death, high gem income, nice. I love earth magic. Average priest, standard forts, imperial engineers. Perry scout, flying, stealth 50, 22 map move. Good. Imperial captain, 100 leadership, with a musket. Oh boy. One attack every one round. Holy shit. That's every round. You don't need to put that then. But yeah, okay, so... God. Out of the firepower into the Devanagara, I suppose. I mean, it's only range 35 and they only have 8 shots, granted, but it's still 15 precision, 13 armor piercing every round. So, there's that. Court Sorcerer, 1 holy. Astral Death Glamour, 10% for another one. Also Unhindered Researcher. Imperial Engineer, 1 Earth. Fire, Water, Earth, Death. Forge bonus 10%. Nice. Resource bonus 5. And they're Masons. They're also only 130 gold. That being said, they're not especially good mages. Yokai Exterminator. 2 Air, 2 Holy. With an Exterminator Greatsword. Cool. Well, if we just want air mages and their priests, it's not a bad choice. Imperial Commander. 150 leadership with 2 gold stars. 1 air, 1 earth. Air, earth, 10% for another one. Also standard 1, which doesn't apply to commanders. But they have inspirational 1, which does apply. Defense Organizer 3. Also a finger gun. Range 30, 100 precision, 15 armor piercing. Every round. And also sometimes used in melee. Jeez. Okay, so he doesn't even need to use spells. He can just spam finger gun over and over. It's pretty good, honestly. It's weird that he's also like our kind of best mage, maybe? You'd say they're 2 earth or 2 air. 11 research for 230 gold, and they're all really good leaders. And they all have finger guns, which are really good. Maybe. Go Fu Captain. 70 leadership, 50 undead leadership. 1 death, 1 nature, 1 holy. Nature death. 10% for another one. Poison resist 10, patrol bonus 2. They got a Go Fu Bow, range 40, 13 piercing, and weak poison. Yeah, I mean, they're all either be 2 death, 2 nature, which is pretty solid. But, yeah, they are also sacred, which is kind of nice. I don't know, maybe. Mounted Imperial Commander, 150 leadership, air, earth, another air, earth. Same thing as the other guy, but they're mounted. So they cost 15 more gold and 1 more resource. Otherwise, basically identical. Yeah, okay. It's a weird choice, but sure. Penguin Lord, cap and all coastal forts. 70 leadership, 1 water, 50% chance for another water. They are really cheap, though, at 105 gold. So if you're cash strapped, I guess. And Heavenly Princess, cap only. 4 recruitment points, 815 gold. 150 leadership, 120 magic leadership, 3 air, 2 astral, 2 glamour, 3 blood, 2 holy, and then another air, astral, or glamour. So they could have 4 air, 3 astral, or 3 glamour. Wailing Winds, so on the table. Sacred, of course. Shock 5. Inspiration +1. Combat caster. 19 hit point base. They get Vermilion Bow as well. Range 40, 12 precision, 13 piercing, 8 shots each time. Up, yeah, 7 ammo. Thug potential. Yeah, I mean, of course. Because you get quite a lot of goodies here. But mostly, yeah, just big mage. You have 27 research each. But you're talking about 400 gold a turn if this is what you want to go with as a mage. But it's 13.5 research a turn, which beats out pretty much everything. But not by a huge margin. But yeah, they are phenomenal mages. Maybe. Depends on how our money situation looks. I don't think we can start with them, to be honest, but eventually. Probably start with Imperial Commanders. Maybe not. Maybe we just go Yokai Exterminators. Then we have Mage Priests that have 2 air, which is solid enough. I have a feeling we're not going to need many mages, but you never know. But if we did, then... you know, obviously this one can cast Storm very easily, and then summon Storm Power gets these guys all up to Air 3, and we rain hell. Alright, Fairy Militia can be recruited outside forts as well. They're little size 2 fairies that still have 8 hit points, which is pretty great. And they do get some armor, 6 protection on the body. And they have short bows, range 35, 10 piercing. You know, I guess. They're not super, super cheap, but... Imperial Line Infantry. So they have 6 protection. They got Formation Fighter 2. They got Bayonets, which are actually length 3, 11 attack, 14 piercing. So they're basically spears. And the muskets for 15 precision, 13 armor piercing every round. We kind of just did this, though, so I hope we find something a bit different. Trench Fighter. Yep, he's in the trench. Limited to 3 per turn. They have 19 protection on their body thanks to that trench. But they cannot move. This is really just a fun unit. You don't see these too often. Something like this. They also have Air Shield 20 just for kicks, and they can promote at 15 XP. 10 MR, 20 morale. Oh no, they have 0 map move, but they can move in combat. You think it would be the opposite, right? I thought it was the opposite. I thought they can move on the map, but once they get in battle, they set up their trenches, and they just are stationary. But no, it's the opposite. They cannot move from where you recruit them. But they can be recruited anywhere. So it's really just like a nice little PD option, because they all have the muskets. And the bayonets, and with 19 fucking protection. And air shield, and promotion. I probably should be recruiting these everywhere. You're limited to 3 per turn, but they also cost 23 resources each, so you're not going to really get that much more than that anyways. So yeah, just recruit these kind of everywhere. Imperial Riflemen. Similar protection to the other guys, 6, you know, pretty low stuff all around, but they have Imperial Rifle, range 40, 18 precision, 16 armor piercing, but it's every other round. So this is basically like a really high-end crossbow. Not an arbalist, but it's got sort of arbalist damage, or close to it. And 18 precision is very nice. That being said, generally you'd still want this if you really want to go overboard, because armor piercing is just so big, and being able to do it every round with a cheaper unit. These aren't that expensive. I mean, it's hard to say. I think if I was actually going to use these with a military, like with a front line, that 18 precision is pretty nice, but hard to say. Penguin Volunteer. Capital in all coastal forts. 11 hit points, 14 protection, 21 on the head, 13 defense with a buckler, 9 MR, 11 morale. They're amphibious, which is their kind of big thing. And they have penguin swords, 11 attack, 16 damage. They're not phenomenal, but they're a pretty solid thing to take underwater. And the buckler doesn't really matter for arrows if you take them underwater. So, yeah, not bad. Penguin Pikeneer, capital in all coastal forts. They have 18 protection, but they ditched the shield, 7 defense, 9 MR, 11 morale. Length 5 Penguin Pike, 11 attack, 18 piercing damage. Yeah, these things are even better for going underwater. Honestly, they're kind of solid on land, too, with 18 protection. Yeah, pretty good. Penguin Doppelsoldner, cap on all coastal forts. Similar, they get 18 protection, 10 defense, no shield, 9 MR. They have great swords. Length 2, 13 attack, 24 damage. That's pretty good, too. There is a lot of spears underwater, though, so they will get, you know, potentially repelled. With only 10 defense. 12 morale's not bad. But yes, underwater's predominantly spear-focused, and that's why this is really nice. Penguin Marine. So they drop all the way down to 6 protection, 12 defense. They're wearing cloth stuff. They have muskets, but it's obviously not going to work underwater. So, yeah, I'm not really sure why you'd recruit these over other types of units. Imperial Grenadier. They have the muskets, bayonets, with 13 attack, 15 piercing. It's really solid melee option. It's just unfortunate they're wearing cloth. And then they get grenades, range 5, 12 precision, 16, AoE 1 armor piercing, and another AoE 1, 14 armor piercing magic on top of it, in case it wasn't fucking dead. You do have a lot of air mages, so you certainly could give them some air shields. But they are expensive. 35 resources each. Household Guard. 41 resources. 11 hit points. 21 protection. 6 defense. 11 MR. 14 morale. 7 speed. They have an axe, 11 attack, 19 slashing, and a short musket. Range 15, 14 precision, 11 armor piercing every round. But at range 15, they're only going to get like 1 or 2 shots off before going to axes. But 21 protection is quite phenomenal. We might just go with this just because it's a bit different than what we did last time. We're not going to be able to have hundreds of these things, even with full scales. And the muskets are only range 15, so they will be getting into melee. Yeah. It's not, like, super overpowered, it's just pretty good. Hussar, light cab, 19 defense, no shield. Horse has 3 protection, 5 MR. Good God. Lancer, pretty similar, 14 defense, no shield. Light lance, horse has nothing. Junior officer has a finger gun, standard 1. Honestly, the finger gun is so good. You could just make these and just delete everything. 100 precision and 15 armor piercing magic damage. Yeah, they'll basically just delete the enemy army. They are expensive though, 50 gold. You'll never get that many of these. Gofu archers, sacred, not cap only. They're still wearing cloth, 13 defense, 10 hit points. They got the Jite, 11 attack, 15 damage, and the Gofu bow, 40 range, 12 precision, 13 piercing, and weak poison. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's... You can give them flaming weapons. That's true. In which case, they are sort of... I don't know if that's better than just using a musket, to be honest. Yeah, I don't know if that's better. Hard to say. Gofu Halberdier, also sacred. Cloth armor, 13 defense, 10 MR, 14 morale. They have poison halberd, 10 attack, 23 damage plus weak poison. The weak poison is so negligible in that case. It's like, may as not even be there. But they're a non-cap only sacred infantry. The protection is just so shit. Even with Stygian Flesh, you're still only looking at like 14 protection, 10 hit points, 13 defense. If you bump up the attack quite a bit, they can repel quite a lot. But they need... yeah, they need quite a bit. Apprentice Yokai Hunter. Another sacred, not cap only. Up to 8 protection, 11 hit points, 13 defense, no shield, 11 MR, 12 morale, 14 speed is pretty solid. And they have an enchanted katana, 17 attack out the gate, 19 damage, double versus undead and demons. It's better in some ways, I suppose. They're sacrificing a length 3 weapon, but starting with 17 attack is pretty nuts. You honestly don't even need to bump it up that much. So really, they just kind of need some defensive stuff. And yeah, if you gave them Stygian Flesh, Enchanted Blood, and Undying 5, I think you already have a pretty strong unit. For a pretty good price. Pagoda Palace Guard, cap only sacred. 12 hit points, 14 protection on the body with a cloth headpiece. 12 defense, no shield, 11 MR, 14 morale, 10 speed. They have Formation Fighter 2, Bodyguard 4. They have the Imperial Bayonet, length 3, 13 attack, 16 piercing, and the Musket. 16 precision, 35 range, 13 armor piercing every round. Yeah, I mean, it's good. It's good. Of course it's good. It's a good unit without the Sacred, because it's basically already what you're looking at with, like, Imperial Riflemen, or, I mean, they're basically our line infantry, but just slightly better stats and better armor. I don't know. I kind of lean towards the Yokai Hunter. And I'm thinking maybe bumping up their combat speed and have them attack rear while the Household Guard just to handle the front line with the short muskets and axes. That's sort of what I'm leaning towards now. Just to do something different than the firepower thing we just did. Spells. Aerial Drop. Summon Fairy Elites. Oh my god, it's like Artemis Fowl. Airdrop Elite Fairy Troops. You get 15 of them for 10 air gems. Range 4 provinces. Okay. Penguin Knights. 3 Penguin Knights for 6 water gems. Form Death's Butchers. It's not a very good name. I don't know who picked that. It's a little cringe. Death's Butchers. You get 20 Death's Butchers for 12 Earth Gems. They're a feared infantry regiment that march to battle with their war dogs. Okay, so if they get free spawn in battle of war dogs, that could be kind of nice. Silver Jaeger, 20 of them for 12 Earth Gems. Equipped with silver-lined weaponry. And Blackmane Brave, 20 of them for 12 Earth Gems. A melee-oriented regiment armed with sword and shield alongside their musket, capable of going berserk. Okay. Artificial Assassin from the streets of the capital. Except it's a clumsy assassin for 8 Death Gems. Long Watch Fusilier. 4 of them for 6 Earth Gems. Long Range Sniper who use falcons to distract the enemy. Very nice. It's only 4 though. Vermilion Musketeers. 5 of them for 13 Blood Slaves. Given some of the best arms and armor, allow them to fulfill a variety of roles in the battlefield. Casino Dealer. An immortal casino dealer who bends fate and fortune to her own favor. 65 Astral Pearls. Alteration. Nothing. Evocation. Semi-automatic shot. Air, earth, range 30. Casting time 30%. I've never seen that. 18 precision. So that's 18 additional precision. 10 minus fatigue. 25 armor negating magic damage. And it's more likely to hit in the head. What the fuck? Okay. Change of plans, and we're just going with Imperial Commanders. That's obscenely good. 30% casting time? That means you're firing this 3 times a round. Faster than that, really. And if you have 2 air, that's 5 fatigue per shot. And it will pretty much delete any unit in the game. Poison Viper's Breath. Nature Death, range 40. Can only be cast by a Gofu Captain or a Gofu Captain of the Guard. 75% casting time, 13 precision, 20 fatigue, 14 magic poison damage, and AoE 4 Viper's Breath. So it's an AoE 4 Poison Cloud, I assume. If we have poison resist on stuff, or before they reach the front line, we don't have... Household Guard doesn't have poison. So, I mean, we can give poison to the Yokai Hunters, but hard to say. Alright. Full auto burst. 2 air, 1 earth. 25 range only. 55% casting time. But 3 shots each. 14 precision, 25 fatigue, 20 armor negating damage. Yeah, I mean, honestly, it's like... I don't know if it's better. You get lower precision, you get higher fatigue, quite a bit higher, you know? It's kind of negligible. I don't know. Hydra's Blood, pretty similar. 3 effects. 14 magic poison damage, and AoE 5 Mist Cloud. Okay. Construction. We had cannoneers. 1 cannoneers for 3 earth gems. Gatling gun crew for 4 earth gems. Frost thrower. 2 of them for 3 water gems. Flamethrower, 2 of them for 3 earth gems. And miasma thrower, 2 of them for 3 death gems. Artillery strike. Range 3 provinces, 12 plus area number of effects, 5 air gems, 17 armor piercing damage. At an established artillery site. I don't know how good that is, though. Just 12? I mean, I don't know. How big are these? Is it one person size? Is it an AoE? I assume? I mean, I really want to see it, I guess. Frost shot cannon for 6 water gems. Mounted atop a walrus. Bombard crew for 6 earth gems. Miasma mortar for 6 death gems. Ironclads. Heavily armored troop wielding chain guns. 4 of them for 8 earth gems. Vindicator. Use unique exoskeleton. 4 of them for 4 earth gems. Pagoda tank for 20 earth gems. Good lord. Megaphone. +1 inspirational, +20 leadership, and auto sermon of courage. That's great. Radio. 3 temp fire gems. Magic Command 1 and a Magma Child retinue. You can also hit somebody with it. And you get artillery support as a spell. Range 100, AoE 1, inaccurate, 40 blunt magic damage, and AoE 8. 10 armor piercing fire damage. Yeah, pretty strong a couple times at the start of battle. This is great. Enchantments. Nothing. That's not really our bag. Thaumaturgy. Nothing. Blood magic. Surprisingly nothing, despite us having blood mages. And nothing in divine. Okay, I mean, God. There's so many of those summons and stuff that I want to see. Yeah, I want to see a lot of those things. So, like, water, earth, earth, fire, death, earth. Which means that we're going to need Imperial Engineers. We're going to need just kind of a general collection, like one of each of these things, just so they can make some of those different stuff. And then we also have death as a requirement. Do we have death mages? Yeah, so we have Gofu captains that can get 2 death. I could have sworn there was some that was 3 death. I mean, technically, yes, they could get 3 death, but that's really unlikely. So, also this is 4 earth. Or earth is kind of tricky. And then there was aerial drop, which is 3 air. This is all 2 earth, 2 death, 3 earth, 3 blood, 5 astral for the casino dealer, but I don't know if we'll ever get that far. I don't know. We're going to go with household guards plus apprentice yokai hunters. And that's pretty much the military. And then the rest is all going to be like mages and summons, you know, all sorts of stuff like that. So, I think we do need, big scales. We want all the scales. So 2 productivity, 2 order. So then it's a question of Heavenly Mirror. 2 astral, 1 death, 2 glamour to start. It's got slash, pierce, resist, shock, fire, cold, poison resist, blind, spirit sight, innate spellcaster 1, reduce unrest 20, monster summoner. What does it summon? I don't know. It's got 10 natural protection, which isn't great. 0 defense, 80 hit points. It's not phenomenal. But it's a Dominion 4 that starts with 3 paths, and new magic paths cost 40. So it's a pretty good option as far as, like, blesses are concerned. As far as the bless that we want, yeah, like I said, like, Undying, Enchanted Blood, Stygian Flesh would be a very strong foundation. I'd love to see Quickness, but I think Swiftness even would just get the job done. I do think a Rainbow Mage would kind of get us covered. Like, look at the Heavenly Emperor. 180 points. Rainbow Mage. It starts with Air, Astral, Glamour, Blood. I mean, it's a Rainbow Mage, so it is what it is. But yeah, starting with 4 paths is pretty nuts. 180 points, though, is pricey, because if you look at, like, say you take the Crone, it starts only 1 path, but it costs 90. And then you could just take 4 paths, and, you know, you're spending 30 points for that. So really, this thing costs 120. This one costs 180. So what does this get, really, that's worth that extra 60 points? I'm not really sure. You get 50 extra leadership. You get 9 more hit points. 2 more MR. You get 14 morale here instead of 30. You get Combat Caster. Yeah, but you're just not gonna... You're not gonna do that. You just wouldn't do that. So it's really quite negligible. It's cool to see, oh, it starts with 4 paths, but when they only cost 10, having it cost 180 is way overpriced for what you get. If this cost 120, I'd be like, oh, alright, well, that's a nice choice. But then it's like, it just invalidates all the other pretenders at Dominion 1, right? It's like, why wouldn't you just pick that then? If you're picking one of these, you're going Rainbow. That's the idea. So, yeah, I don't know. So, do we want to go Rainbow? Well, we have to consider that we're on... Do we need an Awake expander? I don't really think so. But, that's... I think Quickness is just kind of out of reach. It's just crazy expensive. It's 9 water and 1 magic, and we want scales. There's just no option there. Say we pick this guy who starts with 2 water. Say we go Imprison. We have to take a magic, and we have to take 9 water to get Quickness. But then we also wanted, like, other stuff, you know? Quickness is so good, but it's just too cost prohibitive. So in that case, assuming we just were going to take, like, Swiftness or something. Yeah, I don't see a situation where we don't take Rainbow Mage, to be honest. So Stygian Flesh, which is incarnate only, unfortunately. Take Undine, Undine, Undine. Enchanted Blood. And Swiftness is 4 air. That's fine. That would be the Bless. So it's plus 30 movement rate, which means that they would move at speed. Oh boy. 30% of 14 is 4. They'd move at speed 18, which is... It's not cavalry speed or anything, but it's pretty fast. They'd have 21 hit points with healing. And 14 defense. It's tricky, right? I don't know if Undying Enchanted Blood is our best bet, to be honest. It's good, sort of, once we get Stygian Flesh online, but I don't know if the Sacreds are going to be usable until we get Stygian Flesh online. The problem is I think they need Incarnate Blesses. They're just not usable until we get their protection fixed. I do have a lot of Earth Mages, though. So Soldiers of Steel could do some very heavy lifting, and like Arrow Fend could do a lot of heavy lifting. Yeah, maybe. Okay, maybe. I guess we're going to go with this, because we got good scales, so no matter what, we can fall back on Household Guards. I don't know, there's a lot of different approaches you could take here, but we'll go with this. And then we have a mage, a rainbow mage that can cast... Wait a minute, how'd you end up with one fucking astral? That wasn't right. Shit. Yeah, sure. Vittori. I'm sure it'll be perfectly fine. We need 6 points to win. There's no thrones on the map. Go. Great. Okay, well, we're starting with Household Guards. That's our main trooper. Not get many of them, but we'll get enough. As for mages, we're going to start with Imperial Engineer. It's dirt cheap, and we need a collection of them regardless. For schools, I mean, I don't know. These Gatling gun cannoneers could be pretty damn good, so there's that. Otherwise, there's aerial drop, various regiments. This is a little pricier. So let's go construction. And I think let's just go to 5. Yeah, that's a booming musket. Okay, good. Don't really like any of these options, but we'll take what we get. Also, these guys give a resource bonus, which might be our limiting factor in hiring. We'll see. Damn. Not enough household guards. They did well, though. Alright, we're gonna just hold off a moment. Yeah, we are getting big pop of money, that's for sure. Once I get a Earth Death guy, we'll swap off of engineers. Okay. So now I switch over to Imperial Commanders, even though I could just start cranking out Heavenly Princesses. But these guys get the finger, the semi-auto shot. We're up against Nazca. We love fighting flying nations. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, heavy cab will always heavy cab. Definitely resource short. So we may want to just keep making Imperial Engineers just because they get the resource bonus. Yeah, it's not a bad idea. Throw them in there, mix it up. Also, throw in one of these. I got muskets, bitch. Can't beat that. Fumikado Land is over here. Wonder how much he'll stomp. Good. Well, let's get some of this stuff so we can see. Cannoneer. 20 hit points, 10 protection, 10 MR, 13 morale. They've got a bayonet and a dagger, but most importantly, they have the cannonball. Range 45, 16 precision, 28 blunt, armor piercing, AoE 1. It's once every 3 rounds. Well, it's pretty much going to kill anything that it hits in that square. Yeah, it's like a super arbalist. You can only make one at a time, though, for like 3 earth gems. Then the Gatling gun crew, similar stats. The Gatling gun is range 35, 14 precision, 14 armor piercing, 10 shots. Yeah, I think that's better. I think that's better. That's every fucking round. So let's just crank that out. Every round, forever. And why don't you start site searching? So, Fumikado Land against Maragnon. Very curious to see that. Also, Nazca has already gone all the way up here. They make a beeline for this halfway point, I'm telling you. Like, that's gross. I have to get here to get the connection on the capital. So he's kind of overstepping. Well, not really. He just beat me to it. We can now build frost shot cannons with water. But to do that... Oh, also frost thrower. I need 1 water, 2 earth. You're unable to cast this right now. What? Why? Nothing about that spell says you can't cast that. Okay. I don't know why you can't cast it. But they can't. Must have to be a penguin dude. But he can't get Earth, so it can't be a penguin. I don't know why. Okay, it's just off limits. Maybe it has to be on a coast. I don't know. Okay, and then why don't you look at this? So yeah, 2 Earth, and then the other thing. That's... They need Earth boots in order to do that. And I can make Earth boots, but I really would like more Earth income. They could also establish the artillery site. But the artillery strikes 3 provinces, so we'd really want to maybe put that closer up. Okay. So we got Miasma Thrower. They're wearing cloth armor. They are sacred, so there's that, but our bless doesn't really help them much. I guess Stygian Flesh helps. And they have a range 8 Miasma Thrower. It's a poison cloud. Also sometimes used in melee. Hmm. Oh, and the Flamethrower. Pretty similar, range 8. 11 armor piercing in a narrow beam. Yeah, I think I'd rather have Gatling guns than any of that stuff. Also, my music just stopped in-game for some reason. There we go. Oh, hey, we should be friends now. We must be best of friends for all eternity. We will start to make sacreds before too long. Hey, Earthblood Seepage. Up to 4 Earth Gems a turn. Very nice. Nazca accepted. Good. Yeah, I don't know what's with the music suddenly cutting out. Barbarian Horde in Gintmark took it over. Yes, I should have had some PD. You're right. You're right, you're right. Alright, after construction 5. We could go to 6 for the Pagoda tank, but I think I'm okay for now. I think we'll eventually get 6, because Legion of Steel is very nice. But we probably want to go down Conjuration now to at least get 5. Let's go Conjuration 5. And then after that, we'll be good to maybe set up our Rainbow Mage. Ow. Good, good, good. Okay. Yeah, do it that way. Excellent. Also got plenty of Gatling gun crew for you. We'll leave the sacreds there for now. We'll start accumulating. But let's go ahead and take one of these. We did get a guy with 3 earth. Okay, try making the ironclads. Hoping we find more earth sites. Alright. Oh my god. Devanagara's greatest engineering achievement. They are the elites of the Imperial military. Its great spearhead. So they have 34 hit points. Size 4, 28 fucking protection. 15 MR, 16 morale. They're poor amphibians. Fire resist, cold resist, poison resist. Reinvigoration 3. They have a Shatter Fist melee attack. 14 attack, 22 damage plus Shatter. And the Pièce de Résistance. Range 30 chain gun, 15 precision, 12 armor piercing, 8 shots each. They're literally just the chain gun crew, but better in every single way. And you get 4 of them for 8, so they each cost 2 compared to the chain gun crew, the Gatling gun crew, which is 1 for 4. Is that right? And they're... Gatling gun is 35, 10 shots. 14 damage. This is 8 shots for 12 damage. So, okay. Admittedly, one Gatling gun can put out more damage than one ironclad, but still, you're you're getting basically twice as many. And 2 ironclad are definitely better than 1, and they're durable as fuck. Right, so we want 8 gems per turn so that we can just make 4 ironclads every single turn. And then we will dominate. So for now... Oh, wait a minute. We also have these different regiments that I'd like to see. I want to see Death's Butchers, even though I really don't think we need anything but ironclads. I guess we'll see. Yep. Getting into that territory again now. 10 Gatling gun crews got 28 of the kills. Yep. That'll do it. And we're definitely taking the ironclads underwater, I suppose. Although I don't think they can shoot underwater. So maybe I'd rather just build a fort here and make pikeneers. Yeah, I think that's probably smarter than taking the ironclads underwater to melee stuff. I mean, the Shatterfist is not bad. But they will take an okay amount of poke damage. Because they'll have 7 defense underwater. They won't be able to get hurt at all. Yeah, they are fucking unstoppable. Yeah, we'll just breach there for now. Ow. That sucked. A little friendly fire there. Construct palisade. Construct temple. Auto search. Yeah, my music keeps cutting out. It's kind of annoying. All right, after Conjuration 5, then we want to start thinking about our Rainbow Mage. I don't know. He's got like 3 in everything. Or she has like 3 in everything except for death. It's not much of a thug, really. I don't know if we'll ever use her as a thug, to be honest. I think Rigor Mortis, though, would be a strong contender. So we probably should just go for Enchantment 6. Alright, I'm gonna just put on YouTube music again. I thought we'd be nostalgic and put on the OG, but it keeps cutting out on this map or this... I don't know what's causing it. But, yeah, I suppose. If you don't want me to hear it, I'm not gonna hear it. None of this is going to be better. None of this will be fucking better. I mean, it might be interesting to see, but it's also probably just a waste of earth gems compared to the ironclads. Yeesh, that was a lot. Now, these guys all have tower shields, so it's a little tricky. Alright, we gotta take this, though. And we have to have the connection to the Lost Capital. It's kind of a moot point, because we generally have to go for a conquest anyways, so, you know, what's the difference? We can get it later when we conquer the nation. But I like to get it. I like to have it. I like to enjoy it. You also probably want to get forts, like, everywhere, I suppose. So, maybe you should start building one there. One here, one here. Here. For sure here. Okay, things are going pretty well. Oh yeah, this isn't even counting like the semi-automatic shots that I'll be able to do. Once we throw all these mages, these commanders in battle. Oh, he sailed across and attacked Oak Beach, where I was building my fucking palisade. I mean, the rage that is boiling inside of me at the moment is, worrisome. I'm pretty sure I can abandon that. That you would dare. That you would fucking dare sail across with your co-onis and shit. That's really rage-inducing, man. Fuck. Twelve ironclads got 33 kills there. It's pretty good. It's in the fucking water, man. He's got sea slugs. He's taking over what I wanted. I don't think I can abide this. An arena battle. Can I use spells? Actually, maybe it doesn't even matter. I can use spells. Okay, I might send one of these guys in. Masuko. Like, just throw blind shield on and then fire closest with the finger gun. Well, I won the first round. That's pretty good. Let's watch it. Let's watch a guy get finger gunned. Boom! Again, it's 100 precision. Oh, this could be problematic, though. Glamour's not good. Oh, God. That's his profit. Oh! Oh, man! I couldn't chew through the glamour. He almost fatigued out. Dang. What a fucking boss this thing is. Holy shit. 1 air, 2 earth, 1 death, 2 nature, 3 holy, ethereal, glamored, fate weaving 16, adept researcher 14, protective force 20, Oni summoner 100, 21 protection, 38 hit points, 17 defense. And the mount is also... So the mount also has ethereal fate weaving. What the fuck? And protective force. Alright, well, this is a small investment, I suppose. Medias Moritake, the Southern Meteor Shower. I don't say. So the problem is... We gotta go box formations here. We don't really need a line anyways. You on attack rear. Alright, let's do a test run on this. Yeah, I guess. This guy's got 3 water. He's a penguin dude. I guess he's a good choice to lead them underwater. After evocation 4. And just spread the love around. Great, we're in a swamp, so speed's negligible. Roasted by fire drakes back here. Great. Yeah, we lost 35 sacreds. Very quickly. It wasn't even the fire drakes, although it could have been fire, I suppose. It's probably partly just our stupid gun. I mean, it's just not a good plan. Get out of here. Oh, good. This guy's got diseased already. Awesome. So much for that. So much for fucking that. Alright, we're just building penguin pikeneers. Not many at all. It's going to take a long time to get in the water. Let's transition to getting heavenly princesses. Quite expensive, but they'll be good. Also, our god has arrived. Also, he hits Sailor's Haven again. Now with even more of his sea slug bandits. Doesn't matter, though. If you want to throw it all away, dude, be my guest. Alright, so yeah, we got Mittori here. Yeah, I mean, I could send her around a site search. Well, we gotta see the fairy elites, so let's just bring those out. And let's have that guy keep casting ironclads. Really adamant about that. Yeah, I'm not so sure about sacreds. They might have to just be their own thing, like not part of my military. My guns will just shred them, you know. I think it's fine. I know he's gonna go to war soon. I don't know. Maybe I do just want to take the ironclads underwater. Maybe. The thing I'm mostly concerned about ironclads is them just getting surrounded because there's not that many of them. Because I don't have that many of them. Hard to say. Also, the fairy elites. Do we see the fairy elites? Falco. Falco? Alright, so he's got... Yeah. Muskets. Yep. Very elite. Okay, so they're really not armored at all. They're basically the linemen, but they have flying. Which is only really good because... well, they have high map move. So... I suppose this is... It is what, you know, it's an air drop. So, if I wanted to assault an enemy position that was lightly defended. Holy shit, he already took the lost capital. Okay, I did not expect that. Oh, I don't have it. Oh, yeah, I don't have any blood gem income. There's definitely a death site on Oak Beach. There's a well of pestilence here or something. So, yeah, why don't we have you do dark knowledge? I may as well get the gems for it rather than just killing all my shit. Yep, well, a pestilence and a battlefield. No surprise there. As for our Vermilion Musketeers, they are sacred. 15 hit points, 14 protection on the body, 3 on the head, 19 defense. It's pretty obscene. 10 MR, 20 morale. They have regen 1%, which is, you know, it's nice with Undying, I suppose. Reinvigoration 3, Affliction Resistance 1. They have a 19 damage Saber, 15 attack, 14 damage Parrying Dagger, a musket, standard, and a grenade. Yeah, I mean, they're sort of the best kind of standard musket troop I have. And if we went big into blood economy, we could get a fuck ton of these. 5 of them for 13 slaves, and that's not that many. So yeah, if we did go into blood economy all the way with our heavenly princesses, we could pretty easily get like 20 Vermilion Musketeers a turn, which as far as sacreds go are pretty strong. We have a shit ton of water gems. Like, kind of a stupid amount. So if we look at water spells, I can get Penguin Knights, but that's 3 of them per turn. We could get Naiad Warriors, which would be nice alongside our Sacreds. Let's for now just get Naiad Warriors to dump all our water gems, and then use them with our Sacreds in a pack. Alright, I'm gonna go down. We gotta retake Lost Capital before he builds a fort there. Or do we? Maybe we want him to build a fort for us, and we'll take it from him. Nazca's declared war, though, which is the problem. Nice PD of riflemen. That's pretty awesome. That helped a lot. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Okay, good, good, good. That's good. I guess I could build Pikeneers here. We could also get trench fighters here. I just don't like him having control of all the water. It's pretty annoying. This makes me really wish I had gone with a monster. That could just have terrorized that area and taken it all over. He's building forts down there, man. He's gonna get temples down there, and then it gets really tricky to drill him out. We could alternatively just get a shit ton of Pale Riders. I may have her do that afterwards. But now I'm gonna have to deal with Nazca, which is really obnoxious, because then that's a 2-front war. I can't ignore this. Marignan is obviously not doing too well. if he's free to just rampage around, take the lost capital, go into the water and all that. It's not great. Problem with the sacreds is that obviously we need big holy. I could put 3 heavenly princesses together and they go into a little communion, and then that's level 3 holy. That could work. The pretender can take them if they're in our dominion, which a bunch of these places are. We've actually done really well on temples. So we could do that. But this dominion's gonna get torn down soon enough. I don't know, it's hard to say. I guess I should be making shit here, right? Should just be making Heavenly Guard. Household Guard, not Heavenly Guard. Yeah, there's not much reason not to. Alright, let's cool it on the blood hunting. What are you doing here? What, did I send you here for some reason? Apparently I sent him here for some reason. I don't know why. Get out of here. That's a big army. Shit. And it's flyers. Why do I keep going for this range strat against flyers? It's really obnoxious. We're getting to the point, though, where more research doesn't really help me much, so I think we should take a bunch of commanders off. Like any of the ones with 2 air and stuff. Just to do some semi-automatic shots. Move you down here. And then I think we're probably going to have the Pretender go out with the Naiad Warriors and the Sacreds for now. And clear up, take anything that's in our own dominion, so they're auto-blessed. Okay. So that's Naiad Warriors plus a good chunk of Sacreds. They have off 4, 13 protection, 13 defense with parry 4 shields. Like, they're really solid troops. And then the Sacreds, yeah, obviously. So we're going to have you on attack closest. We'll have you on attack rear. You're going to be in a nice line. You'll be down here. Something like that. I wish I had some gem generators, because I feel like I could do some relatively nice stuff. But as it is, probably just spamming semi-automatic shot out your ass. See how that goes. Let's maybe cool it on the Sacreds. I'd rather have Some more guards. After alteration 6. Well, she could cast Army of Mist if we wanted to go that route, which is very strong. We may as well. Oh, wait a minute, we're at war. No, now we're at war. That was pretty bold. And you still got away. I'm pretty sure that was your profit. I can't believe you didn't lose that. You should have fucking lost that as a lesson. Ridiculous. Alright, now we're at war. There's this massive jumble, which sort of scares me. He isn't really in a position to hit anything else, so he's probably hitting this. We can go back a little bit to try to get PD up front. But yes, we probably should have PD at least a little bit in all these other spots. We really don't want to lose temples, you know. I think just for our own sake, for now, we should sign an NAP with Fumikado land. We just don't want to fight a two-front war. Alright, here we go. Yeah, that right there is what I was worried about. I think he sniped my profit. Yep. Landed on my profit and killed him. I mean, there was just... What are you going to do? He's got an insane amount of flyers. He just saturates your entire area. Like, there's no way to protect your guy. Even with 5 bodyguards, I mean, I probably should have. That was a big, dumb mistake. But, yeah, now we're under siege there. I don't need a profit. I mean, that wasn't really a factor. But, yeah. That was dumb. We lost a lot more than we needed to. Oh, that's right. Most of them only have 1 air. Shit. Well, then I don't know what you're going to cast, to be honest. I guess you can cast Mist Form. You know, it might do something. Yeah, fuck it. Let's break it. Yeah. Do it that way. See how it goes. Hey, Fumikado land accepted. That's good. Yeah, instantly deleted my entire command. Yeah, okay. It's just terrible. This is so bad, man. I need to put them on hold. That was so stupid. They don't have the range to fire immediately, so put them on. Oh, it's so. I'm so stupid. Fuck, I'm not even thinking. That was a big waste of a lot of expensive mages. Yeah, okay. Good. They breached this one, and I can't make it there in one turn, so they're gonna take that, which sucks. And we don't have enough men to break through that. So it is what it is. We gotta send out another guy. Yeah. We're mishandling things. Why do I keep going up against Flying? I keep getting Calum or Nazca in a lot of games. Yeah, 35 household guards died on that one. Almost entirely to friendly fire from the ironclads. But we have such a bad strategy for flyers. It's painful. Yeah, I mean, his Doom stack is just going to demolish everything. And anything he doesn't demolish, we will demolish ourselves. So it's not good. Yeah, we do. Okay, that was not bad. We lost 3 household guards. He lost 184. That's the sort of numbers we're hoping to see. Good. If I can get Army of Mist on the Pretender, it's going to be very hard for him to... Oh, God. This is my melee pack. That's too much. Yep. Alright, that's the Pretender gone. And, yeah, I mean, I guess I do have a lot of Priest Mages. Or do I? No, I don't. I specifically don't. Well, this plan was going to work when we had the Pretender there in our own Dominion, but we don't. I don't know if we had it during that battle, which might explain something. I have some priest mages. We have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 points of bring her back. Yeah, I think involving the Sacreds at all was sort of a mistake. I should have just gone for an Awake Expander. And I should have gone with, like, 3 productivity. Like, even a shitty monster would have just kind of been nice. I don't know. I mean, Army of Mist would be a big deal. But, I mean, this Heavenly Princess could cast Army of Mist. Three air gems. So, it's really easy to do. You just need Storm in a Bottle and Bag of Winds. And boom, you got an Army of Mist. Also, Storm. Does that help us at all against them? Yeah, it sure fucking does. They don't have Storm immunity. Okay, Jesus. So Storm is pretty simple. It's 1 air gem, 4 air. But anyone with 3 can just use Storm in a Bottle. Okay. Storm plus Army of Mists. We pretty much win. A Perpetual Storm, though. The problem with Storm, of course, is that we're an entirely ranged army, but obviously the pros outweigh the cons here. Throw up Wind Guide if you really care that much. Okay. Good. That's a good start. Army of Mist is still God, like 8, 9 turns away. I could be making trench warriors everywhere, because that would be pretty good. Fuck it, just get 3 per turn everywhere. Doing reasonably well on sort of the Dominion War here. But we do need maybe another priest. That's that. Imagine a world where we had Storm. Fucking hell. That's a lot of troops. Like, expensive, limited troops. It's not good. Fuck! I need to be better at this game. God damn it. As soon as I saw it was Nazca, the second I saw it was fucking Nazca, we needed to bum rush and cast Perpetual Storm, right? Which is, what, Evocation, I think? Yeah, Evocation 6 requires 5 air, 70 air gems. That needed to be the #1 priority, because as soon as we get that up, all battles are affected by Storm. Every battle is affected by Storm. You don't have to worry about any effect. Like, he'll never fly fucking again until he dispels that. And maybe he would, but I don't know. Now, our Pretender only has 4 air. Some of our guys only have 4 air. So you'd have to get an air booster, but we can easily make winged helmets. It's another 25 air gems, but we needed massive air gem income. So we should have immediately been... Well, I kind of did search every site. We just didn't get that much air income. We didn't start with anything except for 1. So we never found a single air site, which is pretty shitty. But yeah, so I mean, yeah. But then we can also just easily have any one of our heavenly princesses with Bag of Winds cast Wind Guide, you know, and that's that. Why are you saying you can't cast Storm? 4 air, 1 gem. You have 3 air, 2 gems. You can cast it. Trust me. Don't give me that bullshit. I mean, this is probably a lost cause at this point, but... And I'd like to say it was a learning experience, but I don't know. It's one of those things where it's like, maybe I can internalize this and remember, and in the future we'll do better, but just as easily not do better and not remember this failed experience. Yeah, what a waste. What a fucking waste. He's got his Doom stack, his Eagles and his Flyers, and he's got his Pretender in there. Yeah, it's a real bummer. I do think it's maybe possible for me to out Doomstack him here with Storm. You know, with this setup, we maybe can do it. Assuming you do cast Storm like I'm telling you to cast Storm. So I guess we'll see. And that they flew anyways. They flew anyways? What? Ha? What? Oh, wait a minute. Do Draconians? How did they fly despite there being Storm? How did they fly despite there being Storm? Can anyone answer that? Do I misunderstand how Storm works? Were they already in the process of flying when I got Storm off? Storm just went into effect. They're not moving. They move, then they fly. Oh, because the Stormcaster died. How did the Stormcaster die? Wind Guide, Storm, Condor Warrior, and Huaka. Do they have storm immunity? Condor Warrior. Storm immunity. So he had a couple units with storm immunity that flew back and assassinated my Heavenly Princess that had storm. Fucking flying nations, dude. Yeah, alright, I'm calling it. This is just going on too long. This is going to be another, like, 2 hours at least. Yeah, I needed Perpetual Storm. I mean, that wouldn't have saved me in that situation. Because some of his guys do have storm immunity, and I don't think... No, maybe I didn't have bodyguards there. Nestling your mages in your troops is not as good as having bodyguards, and I just so rarely use bodyguards, but when you got flying nations involved, you fucking just need it. You just need it. Also, I don't know why I didn't just bring along 8 more commanders. They're just sitting here basically doing nothing. I mean, yeah, we were researching Army of Mist, but it's so stupid. I'm still so bad at this game, man. Fuck. That's so funny. We have such like a kind of OP nation here. And I still lose to Nazca. Ugh. Yeah, so Devanagara. It's pretty good. I mean, it's got most of what you want. The household guards with 21 protection and muskets and axes. It's pretty good. I don't know if things would have been different had I just gone with like the line infantry and just did big muskets. I don't think it would have been better, really. But what's funny, like the thing that keeps the only reason I lose battles is because my commanders keep dying. They keep getting sniped by flyers over and over and over. The household guards, I really have no problem, but then the commanders die and they rout, and that's it. So, yeah, I'm just such a big idiot. But yeah, had we done an Awake Expander instead of a Rainbow Mage, and done Perpetual Storm, and done Productivity 3. If we had gotten Productivity 3, which is kind of tricky with an Awake Expander. We would have had to have taken... Just go look real quick. What would have been our best option, or only option? If it was even an option. Okay, the White Tiger of the West does get Productivity +1. It's not super good, Pretender. But he could have done the job. I don't think anything else is going to give us Productivity +1, unless we wanted to go with the Jade Emperor as a Titan. Who's really not super hot. But he does have air, so he could have done Wrathful Skies pretty easily, but that's not much of an Awake Expander. Really our only options for productivity, so I probably would have leaned towards the White Tiger of the West. And just not really giving a shit about our Bless, not even use Sacrets really, just gone with like that. And, yeah, like that. Well, no, we'd need a little bit more than that. Maybe... Maybe that. Yeah. That's probably what I would have done. Yeah, that's fine. And then, I mean, he gets Temper Flesh, Personal Iron Skin, Body Ethereal, Personal Regen. he'll definitely not hold up in the long run, but he'll do some work. Yeah, it's fine. I should just be better than that at this point. It's really shameful. I apologize to you for having to sit through that. But maybe we'll do better next time. For now, my name is Mangg. This has been Dominion 6. I'll see you fine folks next time.